Welcome to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio, and today we're going to talk about how to become great at selling, what you need to look for in order to be successful at selling. Now, you know, based on my podcast, I love sales. I think it's one of those careers where, again, you can generate as much money as you want if you meet 5 conditions. And that's what I want to talk to you today about. The 5 conditions. If you have these 5 conditions, sales can be a great career for you. I often get the question, Victor, I'm working for a company. Should I stay? Should I go? It reminds me of that song. Should I stay or should I go, right? Should I stay or should I go? And they're missing the point. You can't ask me a should I stay or should I go question. What I want to ask them or tell them is that analyze where you're at. Analyze who you're working for. So here are the 5 things that will help you determine whether or not you should stay working for the company you're currently with if you want to be in sales. First litmus test is it the right company? What do I mean by the right company? Is it a company that is growing? Is it a company that has a great reputation? Is it a company that stands behind their products? In other words, when you look at the future of this company, the roadmap, where they're going, maybe the new products they're developing, some of the new markets they're going into, are they growing? Are they moving in the right direction? That's the first question you should ask yourself. Look at the growth curve. See if they're growing, or maybe they're not growing. That'll tell you what you need to know. So the first thing to do is to look at the company as a whole. What direction? Where are they going? Who are they? What is their intent, right? What are they trying to accomplish in the market? The second thing, now it gets more personal, is do they have the right products? This is important. Do they have the right products? In other words, if they're developing products that are, let's say, I don't want to say defective, but maybe the quality isn't there, then you don't want to work for that company because all you're going to do is have dissatisfied customers, a lot of complaints, and your reputation will be ruined in the market. When you look at their product set, if they have quality products, are they expanding on those products? Are they creating more products? Are they expanding them, upgrading them, or maybe creating complementary products to add to your portfolio of products that you can sell? So when you look at the products, think portfolio, almost like stock options, right? You got a bunch of stock options in one portfolio. When you look at a company's product portfolio, ask yourselves, how many viable products do they have in that portfolio? Now, notice I inserted the word viable because a lot of companies have a lot of products, but if they're junk, they're not viable in the market. So again, the first one is the company. Are they moving in the right direction? Do they have the reputation? Are they established in the market? Are they growing? 2, do they have a good product portfolio, something that you believe that you can sell? If that's good, then move on to the third one. Do they have a great management team? Oh, this is important. Do they have a great management team? A management team that fosters a culture of growth. And I mean that financially and for you personally. In other words, do they have a management team that cares about growing the business, is smart enough to want to grow the business, but is also, now looking inside the company, smart enough to realize that employees are their biggest assets? And are they investing, from a management standpoint, are they investing in developing the people in that company? If they're doing that, then that's a great company. If you have a great company moving in the right direction, they have a great product portfolio, but they also has a management team that really cares about the people and also balance that with where the company is going, meshing the two, that's a great management team. And you can tell a lot of companies that have a great management team, all you have to do is ask people who work in that company, what do you think of your managers? Their reaction will tell you everything you need to know. But it's hard to find a great company with great products and a great management team. Now, keep in mind, that comes with a little asterisk at the bottom. Management teams change. So a company can have a great management team one day, but if they make some changes or somebody leaves, that can change very quickly. So always be very aware of the management culture of the company that you're working with. So the right company, great. They got the right products, great. They got a great management team. Now, this gets to what really matters to me and hopefully what matters to you. Do they have the right compensation plan? This is so key. Most companies don't realize that in order to retain great salespeople, it all comes down to a great compensation plan. Every salesperson wants to work for a great company. Every salesperson wants to work with a company with the right product set or product portfolio. Every great salesperson wants to work with a sales management team that supports them. But if the compensation plan isn't right, in other words, how you get paid, then you're not going to hang around. Now, let's talk about this for a while because this is important. Again, a lot of small businesses ignore this. So let's go to either extremes of compensation. There's companies that don't want to pay you any base salary, zero base salary, and everything is commission. Okay? If that's your model, be careful because if you're trying to hire great salespeople, you can convince them that you have a great company, great product, great management. But if in their minds they have to sell for 2 to 3 months before they make their first sale, the chances of recruiting these people are going to be very difficult. So again, having no base salary, doing commission only is not a bad thing. It's just that you're not going to attract a lot of great salespeople because there's too many unknowns. It's not that the salespeople are afraid to sell at zero base salary and only commission, is that a lot of salespeople are leery of the company because they don't really know the company. They don't know how the products are selling in the market, and maybe they don't know the management team yet, so they're a little leery. So to give them no base salary and just pure commission makes that a tougher sale. Now let's go to the other extreme, where you give them a high base salary and a small commission plan. Now I think that's a mistake. Because if you give people too much money, you give a salesperson too much money, they just get comfortable. That's human nature. That's not me being negative. That's just what it is. If you give a salesperson a big base salary and then you put a small commission plan on top of that, in other words, there's not a lot of upside on that commission plan, then guess what? This salesperson, of course, is going to want to take the job. But from a company standpoint, they're not going to be motivated to sell as much because, they're sitting comfortable on their big base salary. So then if it's not a zero base, big commissions, if it's not big base, small commission, the answer lies obviously somewhere in the middle. How do you provide a salesperson with a good base salary and on top of that, give them a commission structure that really makes them want to sell aggressively? So for example, if I gave you, and I'm making these numbers up, let's say a $50,000 base salary to sell X product. And on top of that, I'm going to give you a quota. In other words, I need you to sell $1 million worth of products in 1 year. $50,000 base salary, a quota of $1 million, right? What I would do is that somewhere around the 60% of the quota, in other words, at $500,000 or $600,000, I start dripping in some commission, maybe give you 2% commission on total sales or whatever it may be. And then as you get to 70, 80%, maybe you'll get about 5%. And if you hit 100%, maybe I'll smack you with a good 10 to 20%, right? And if you go over 100%, then I put in what I call accelerators, which means you'll get even more commissions on top of that and you'll get them faster, which makes you want to make more money. Because if you, the salesperson, are motivated with a base salary to make you feel secure, to pay the base bills, as I always call them, get the bills out of the way. But then if you know that you can make money, real money, when you hit 50, 60, 70, 80, and when you hit 90%, real money starts kicking in, over 100, the accelerators kick in, now you know you're making good money, then all this really adds to the full package of what it takes to recruit a great salesperson. And when you're looking at a company, you have to look at their compensation plan. Okay, so we have the right company, we have the right product, we have the right management team, we have the right compensation plan, which means that the only thing left for you is to have the right attitude towards this company and the market. If you can find the right company with the right products, with the right management team, with a great compensation plan, and maintain the right attitude, you will be successful. But again, if you're missing company, not that good. If the products are not that good, or if the management team is not that good and the compensation plan is not the best, you may want to look elsewhere. But if all these things line up, I don't say they have to be 100% perfect, but if they lined up just right enough, then guess what? You are working for a great company and you should appreciate it. So I hope that answers the question of whether I should stay with my company or not. It really comes down to, is it the right company? Do they have the right products, management team, compensation plan, and do you have the right attitude to hang in there with them? That's it for this Sales Influence podcast. This is Victor Antonio. Don't forget to leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Let me know what you think. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, check out my website, seminarsonselling.com, where you'll find great training videos for you, your team, to help you grow your business. Also, a reminder, my salesmasteryintensive.com workshop. Check it out. It's a great workshop, 12 people, 12 hours, 12 sales modules. It is a very intensive workshop. Lastly, I want to thank you for listening. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Every manager can feel it. The difference between a motivated, value-driven sales team and one that's stuck in a rut. CEOs know the difference too. They can see it clearly in the profit and loss columns. The question is, how do you get your team to this elite level? Is there something extra you can do to break through the remaining resistance and equip them with the right mindset to grow your business? Yes, there is. But you're not going to do it with one of those cheesy inspirational speakers or some self-proclaimed guru. What you need is someone with a real business track record to deliver key insights in a captivating way, to give your team the right tools for selling in today's tough marketplace. Enter Victor Antonio, experienced executive, innovative thinker, compelling speaker. He's ready to deliver the message you need your people to hear, not with a canned speech, but a customized, dynamic keynote designed to deliver results. Bring Victor Antonio to your next event before the competition does.